So nice to have you guys. We are coming up to the end of the month, right? So for today's class, I want to work a ton into hips. So think really low squats. Now, if squatting is hard for you, I know some of you have knee stuff. If it's hard, place blocks underneath your heels or books or something like that, or don't just come quite as low, okay? And same idea here, when we are moving from side to side, stay up high, right? You don't have to come down really low. I really want you to kind of just see what you can do. So it's better to do it than not do it at all. Yes? Good. Okay, so that's kind of the movements. We're going to be doing lots of squats like this, lots of squatting here. Again, if you can't come down low, just stay up high or place blocks under your heels. Beautiful? Okay, let's get moving. We are going to start at the top of our mat in a low squat. So again, see how you can arrive there. I want to start to see you guys make the modifications, right? Because I can't be there with you in person to adjust you. You got to really start to listen to your body, see what works well for you, and find the movement that works. Good. So a lot of the time in this low squat, we tend to curl the spine. So let's see if we can push our elbows into our knees and have a nice tall spine. That's it. Good. Now you can either stay here or we're going to just start to rock from side to side, starting to open up the pelvis and the hips. I want you to find your breath. I want you to set intention as we start to find this movement and take 3 more rocks here. Good, now let's take the forearm from your right arm and push it into your right knee. Gaze over your right shoulder and push. So we're opening up through this right hip flexor, through the right pelvis. Good. And then let's switch sides. Come on over. Take the left forearm, push it into our left knee. Find some form of extension. So we're extending through the chest as well as that left hip. Good, let's return back through center. Hands in front of your chest. 1 inhale. With your exhale, hands come down to the mat, straighten your legs and fold forward. Your feet are going to be nice and wide here. Good. So we're going to do that 4 more times. So let's come on down just as deep as you can. Inhale. And exhale, hands come down and straight. Good, let's add a little speed. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Last 2. Beautiful, last one. Good. Hands are now onto the mat, legs are straight. From here, step your left foot back. Drop your left knee down onto the mat. Good, keep your left hand where it is. Inhale your right arm up towards the sky. Breathe here. Good. Plant your hand back down onto the mat. Inhale, straighten both legs, rock back onto that right heel, right toes up towards the sky. If you can, plant in that left heel, but it may not hit the ground. So this is going to be the movement 4 more times. So inhale, we drop down. And exhale, straighten. Good, let's do 3 more. So see how much you can get your breath flowing today. Good, 2 more. Last time. Good. Let's bend back down. Good. We're going to take our hands, inhale, straighten your back leg, walk them all the way around. We're going to pivot around and land onto the left side. So bend into that left knee, place your left elbow onto your left knee, keep your right fingertips down onto the mat. So you can see that I'm quite high here. Yeah? Good. Now we're going to take 3 little pulses into this left side. So let's come on down for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Take both hands, place them on top of your left knee, pivot around to face the back of your mat into high lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Now, you are more than welcome to stay here, or you're going to drop your back knee down onto the mat, and then inhale, lift. Good. 4 more. Come on down. And lift. Good. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Take your hands down onto the mat, inside edge of your left foot. Let's pivot all the way around. Walk them to the top of your mat. And then step your left foot forward to the outside edge of your left hand. Low squat. So right where we started. Good. Beautiful. Again, we are going to take an inhale here. Good. With your exhale, plant your hands down to the mat, straighten your legs, fold forward. We have 4 more like this. Inhale, squat. Exhale, fold, straighten. Good, 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Good, hands onto the mat, legs are straight. This time, step your right foot back. Drop your back knee down onto the mat. Keep your right hand planted. Inhale your left arm out towards the sky. Open through the chest. Extend through those left fingertips. Take a big inhale. Full exhale. Let's take our left hand back down onto the mat. Good. And then with your next exhale, straighten both legs. Rock back onto that left heel. Legs are straight as possible. Good. And then we'll take that movement 4 more times. So let's come on down. Drop down into the knees. And exhale, straighten. Good. Add a little more speed. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Last one. Very good work. Okay. From here, take your hands, walk them all the way around. We're going to end bending into this right knee. Place your right elbow onto your right knee, left fingertips down onto the mat. So we're up a little bit higher. We're going to take 3 pulses into this right side to come a little lower for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take both hands on top of your right knee. Let's pivot around so we're facing the back of the mat. High lunge. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And then let's take that left knee and tap it down and rise back up. 4 more. So see what you can do here. You may not be doing the exact same movements, and that is fine. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Hands come down onto the mat. Let's walk them all the way back around to the front of the mat. Hands are to the inside edge of your left foot. Step your left foot back. We're into high plank. Shoulders over your wrists. 1 push up here. High plank. Good. Drop your knees down to the mat. Guide your weight back towards your heels. Drop your forearms, curl forward, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Okay, let's take 3 deep breaths here. At any time, you're more than welcome to drop into child's posture. But wherever you are, I just want you to be consistent with the breaths that we're following. Good. From here, step your right foot to the outside edge of your right hand. To start, drop your back knee onto the mat. Good. Now we're going to roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. So we're kind of splaying out this right knee, really working into the outer hip of that right side. Yes, good. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Now listen carefully. From here, inhale, straighten your back leg. Let's roll onto the outer edge of your back foot, spinning to the side. Inhale your right arm up towards the sky. Now, if this is deep enough, stay here. If you can add on, we're going to take 5 little pulses down. So moving that left hip closer to the mat, and inhale, lift. Good. 4 more. Last 3. Beautiful. Last 2. And last 1. Good. From here, use your abs. We are going to lift the right foot up, flip all the way around. So now you're sitting, pointing towards the back of your mat. Your right knee's up, left leg is extended, right arm is straight in front of you, and your left arm is back behind you. Good. From here, we're going to lift this left leg up. So lift as high as you can and come back down. Good. 4 more. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Beautiful. Let's take your hands, release them. Left elbow is going to hook onto your right knee, right fingertips back behind you, and let's twist. Push down into that left heel. Now you can either stay stagnant here and stable, or you're going to keep pushing that left elbow into your right knee and kind of take some pulses to start to open up the spine. So the movement is very, very soft and gentle. I could barely see it maybe with my eyes if I was watching you, but just see if you can get a little bit of movement into that spine. Good. Let's do 4 more. Beautiful. Let's start to unravel. We're going to take both hands and place them towards the front of our mat. So kind of cross them over that left leg. We're going to roll all the way back around and step your right foot to the outside edge of your right hand to where we started. Good. Drop your back knee. Beautiful. You guys got it. From here, inhale, straighten your back leg. Step back, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, step your left foot to the outside edge of your left hand. Drop your back knee down onto the mat. Now start to roll onto the outer edge of that left foot. So sole of the foot is kind of pointing towards your hands. Good. Inhale, straighten your back leg. Let's continue to roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Plant your right hand, left arm up towards the sky. Again, if this is deep enough, stay here or take 5 pulses with us. Let's come down with your hip and then push it back up for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Good. Plant that right hand or left hand back down onto the mat. We're going to lift the left foot up. Let's roll all the way around. So again, we're sitting and facing the back of our mat. Right leg is straight, left knee is bent. Reach your left arm up. We're going to lift this right leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's take that right elbow, connect it to your left knee, left fingertips back behind you, and twist. And before you twist, really dig down into that right heel. Find stability. And then if you did so on the other side, let's take 5 to 6 pulses here. I'll tell you when to stop. So really pushing that elbow into your knee and just twisting and then releasing. Good. As you do this, you should feel like you're getting a little more movement. Maybe you're having that release that you've been looking for. Good. Let's do 4 more. Beautiful. Let's release. Bring both hands now to the outer edge of your right foot, almost to the top of your mat. Let's roll all the way over. Lift your left knee. Step it to the outside edge of your left hand. Drop your right knee down to the mat. Beautiful. Very good listening. Good. Inhale, straighten your back leg. Step back into high plank. We have 2 vinyasas here. So from high plank, let's do 1 push-up. High plank. Drop your knees. Guide your weight back towards your heels. Forearms come down. Roll forward, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Beautiful. 1 more time through. Inhale, come forward, high plank. 1 push-up. Good. Drop your knees. Guide your weight back. Forearms come down. Curl forward, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Beautiful. We have a really good pace here today. So it's flowing. The breath is moving. We're doing some neural flossing in the body. So anytime we're kind of rocking into it like that, pumping into it, we're doing some neural flossing, cleaning that part of the body out, seeing what we can release. Beautiful. From here, let's rock forward into high plank, shoulders over your wrists. First, draw your belly button towards your spine. Now we're going to take 5 rocks working into our wrist. If you need to, drop down to your knees. Let's come forward, shoulders come past your wrist, and come back. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now let's roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Plant your right hand. We're into side plank, left hand up towards the sky. Stay here or modify, and we're coming down with the hips and rising back up for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Roll back through center and switch sides. I know, the intensity is there. Good. And left side, come on down for 5, 4. Good, Aaron. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Roll back through center, downward facing dog or child's posture. 2 breaths. Good. Inhale, let's bring our right foot up towards the sky. Come high up onto your left toes. And then inhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Let's rise up. High lunge. Take your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers. Once again, you can stay here. We're going to cross that left elbow. Tap your right knee. And come back up. Good. You know it. We have 4 more. Come on down. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Keep your hands where they are. We're going to stand all the way up. Bring our left knee with us. Beautiful. Again, stay here, or we're going to cross that right elbow 3 times and tap your left knee. Good. Steady yourself in between. There's no need to rush. Beautiful. Step that left foot back into your lunge. Release your hands down to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Remember, this is your reset time. Your 3 breaths here. So use it wisely. Find your breath. Tell yourself you're fine, that you have the strength to finish up this next set. Good. Let's come forward into high plank. We have 5 rocks forward into the wrists. So shoulders come back or past your wrists and back for 5. For 4. If you need to drop to your knees, feel free to drop to your knees. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming back into a neutral spot. Let's roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Right hand plants, left hand up, side plank. Stay here or take 5 pulses with us. Let's come down with the pelvis for 5. For 4. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Roll back through center and switch sides. Again, modify if you need to. Drop down to that left knee if you need a little more. Good. Let's come down for 5. You guys like, just go for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Roll back through center, downward facing dog. There's nothing worse than when a teacher starts talking in a really hard posture. You just want to go, right? Good. Slow down the breath. The good thing is I'm in this with you guys, so I'm holding with you. Good. Inhale your left leg up towards the sky. Come high up onto your right toes. Inhale, step your left foot in between your hands. Let's rise up with the torso. Hands interlace behind your head. Good. You're either staying here. Let's take that right elbow. Tap your left knee for 5. For 4. So how steady can you make yourself here? Good. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's stand all the way up. Keep your hands where they are. Bring your right knee with you. And then let's cross for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Step your right foot back into your lunge. Let's release our hands down onto the mat. Step back into high plank. Good. Last vinyasa, shoulders over your wrists. 1 push up. Beautiful. Drop to your knees. Guide your weight back towards your heels. Forearms come down. Curl forward, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. 3 breaths. So you guys can see how these sequences move now, right? We kind of speed it up. We intensify the heat in the body. We intensify the breath a little bit. And then we ask you how quickly you can slow it down with these 3 breaths in between. Okay, let's bring our gaze forward. Jump all the way through onto our seats. We made it. Made it down onto the mat. Good. Now let's bring our knees up towards the sky. I'm scooting more into the shade. Yes, the sun is following me. Good. Light onto your toes. Good. Let's take our hands out in front of us, palms touch. Now, I want you guys to just kind of play around with how much you can lean back here with staying out of the pelvis, out of the hip flexors. Good. So start to lean back. You're going to twist. Tap your hands to the outer edge of your right side here. Come back through center and switch sides. Good. Thank you. Come back through center. We're going to lean all the way back and rise back up. Sit up. Good. And then twist again. Let's cross. I almost didn't make it up there that time. Good. Cross opposite direction. Back to center. Roll back. And come back up. Beautiful. And again. So we keep the movement simple, right? Roll back. I say it almost every class, but in order to have a healthy spine and a lot of health and vitality in the body, we have to balance the strength in the core. Good. We have 2 more. Rise up. Last one. Good. Back. Come all the way up. Grab your knees. Bring them in nice and close. Wrap your arms around them. I like to rock from side to side. It just helps release the hip flexors here. Good. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Drop your knees out wide. Use your elbows into them, pushing them in. Grab onto your ankles and fold forward here. So just allow the neck to hang. Take a couple deep breaths. So what we use these classes for, obviously we call them movement and mobility, but we're really working the joints and the muscles in the body and strengthening them in a way so that we can find steadiness in our yoga practice. Yes, so that we can find depth. So it's just almost a way to kind of move through the layers a little bit quicker and start to access the body on a more subtle level. So very different approach, very different pace, but a really, really nice balance with our Sattva classes. Good. Let's draw the knees together. Let's come onto our back. Knees up towards the sky, feet flat on the mat. Let's cross our right ankle over top of our left knee. Some of us are going to stay here. You can actually take that right hand and push the right knee. Yes, if you need deeper, you're catching onto your left shin, or some of you are working to cradle this right shin in between your arms, maybe catching onto your hands. And then just watch how you play with your pelvis. Like if you start to push that right hip towards the top of your mat and pull the left hip back, find your left foot. This should greatly intensify your posture. Now watch what your shoulders, your jaw, and your forehead are doing. Are they taking on the tension of that hip, or are they soft and relaxed and pushing down into your mat? Right? How aware can we become of our body? Good. Let's release that right leg up towards the sky. Catch on. You can use a strap if you need to. Catch onto your calf, your foot, wherever you are. Start to draw that knee down towards your chest. Good. Good. Let's release and we'll switch sides. Let's cross our left ankle on top of our right. And same idea here. So take the same posture here as you did on the other side. And make your adjustments. Adjust the upper part of your body so that it is supported but relaxed. Good. Let's really send your left leg up high into the sky. Find a hold. Beautiful. Let's release, draw your knees into your chest, rock yourself back up onto your seat. Let's come to face the top of our mat. Good, sitting up nice and tall. One quick breathing exercise here, and then I will send you guys on your way, okay? So really simple. We've done this lots before, but we're just breaking the inhale into 4 equal parts and the exhale into 4 equal parts, okay? So you guys know this breath so well, you can just move into it, right? So you find, you inhale, you pause, break it into your 4 equal parts, slight pause at the peak, and then do the same on the exhale, okay? So just 3 rounds of this and you will be done. Good. After your last one, let's take a huge inhale. Hold at the peak for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale everything out. And hold at the very bottom for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Move back into your natural breath. Very good. Let's slowly start to bring our awareness back into the space just there in front of you. And you guys are all done. Nice work. Thank you very much. Namaste.